Okay, Gurkirat, please introduce yourself.
Good evening, sir. I'm Gurjit Singh. I'm Gurjit Singh. I've done my BTech. I've done my undergrad in BTech Information Technology from NMIMS Mukesh Patel School of Technology, Management and Engineering. I've done my schooling and college from Mumbai itself as well. Um, Education is something that has always been of utmost importance in my family. My father being from IIT Kharagpur and my sister currently pursuing her MBA from SRI Jamshedpur. So I understand the value of education, and I've played sports at a competitive level to understand, which has helped me in handling pressure situations and given me a different outlook as well to problems. I've participated in plays and dramatics during my school days as well, which has helped me gain confidence and fine tune my communication skills to engage audience and keep the conversation going.
What are the calls you have?
The calls I have are I am Delhi, Great Lakes, Chennai. I am Amritsar. I am Cap Process. IMT Gazia. IMT all campuses. XIMB, IIFT, 4 KJ Sumaya, Goa Institute of Management, NMIMS, and TAPMI as well. Yeah, and
So,
Micah.
tell us something about Mumbai.
Uh, Mumbai, as we all know, is the financial capital of the country, being home to two ports which help in the business export and import through the ports, which help in the business flowing. It's also home to Bollywood. It's also home to Bollywood and the film industry, which helps in its value. It lies on the western side of Western Ghats. Uh, and hence faces a lot of rainfall as well. Uh, Recently, JP Morgan invested $1 billion in a data center in Powai, which is located in Mumbai, which is the Asia's biggest data center, from what I've heard. And yeah, and I think Mumbai contributes roughly around uh, 6 to 7. I'm not. Mumbai contributes a healthy chunk to India's GDP.
Hmm.
I'm not sure of the number right now.
What is your one biggest weakness?
Sorry.
What is your one biggest weakness?
Uh, to be honest, my biggest weakness would be that sometimes I underestimate challenges and procrastinate due to that, and which later results in me not performing up to my expectations and making me disappointed. And to work on that, I create and to improve that, I create a full blueprint in my mind regarding a situation or a problem or any challenge that I'm facing, to understand what are the consequences and how big or how small of a problem it is, so I can tackle it accordingly.
Hmm. If you are the Prime Minister of India, what is the one thing you would like to change?
uh, One thing like I would like to implement or change, like
Anyone?
uh, so basically, for any country, the apart from its financial stability and different parameters for success, I believe a healthy life is very important for its people. So my first goal would be to control the air quality index spread across India, which is at a which is at a troublesome level for especially northern region of the country. So my first goal to change would be to help with that, as directly affects human life, and productivity and all can be achieved later, but that would be my first essential step to curb the air pollution.
And what would you do for that?
uh, I would first of all, on the construction sites that take place, I would make it necessary and mandatory for them to follow the protocol and regulations to curb the dust control spread over there. As a lot of these construction sites do not monitor that, which results in the dust flowing in the rest of the parts of the city. So I would monitor that, number one. Apart from that, I would be transparent to the people regarding the AQI level and how we are implementing it, so that there is a trust between the people and the government. And to do that, apart from curbing and mandating this, the I would also switch. I would also mandate policies that would help in switching cars from petroleum-led cars to EV-led cars, as that will significantly help in reducing the pollution caused by cars, and by as the government is already doing that by mandating less taxes on EV vehicles. So I would further propagate that.
But if you are using EV vehicles, how will you dispose of the batteries?
That is a different issue, yes, but to tackle air pollution, that would be my first thought process. But obviously, the other parameters will also be looked into. The batteries disposal being also one of the parameters, one of the decisions to take regarding waste disposal. But to necessarily curb air pollution, that was one of the thoughts that came in my head.
Can you relate any small incident which changed the way you look at life?
Small incident, the way I look at life. Can I think for a second?
Yes.
Um, Small incident. So to be very honest, used to be a bit ignorant regarding the world and its scenarios. But once I saw a small girl on the near the signal on a turning, selling products to earn money, and selling products to earn money. So that really shifted my perspective. Like for the first time, I realized that life is very unfair to a lot of people, just because where they are born and how things have been around them, which is not in their control at all. And that made me realize a sense of privilege that I had with me, that throughout my life, which I never recognized or acknowledged. So that really humbled me in an aspect, and like made me feel sad as well, but pushed me to think about others a lot as well and do something for others as well.
What do you think is going to be the expenditure for your MBA education?
I would say depends. If I'm doing it in my city as only, then it would only be the fees roughly, which is around 20 to 25 lakhs. But if I go to a different city or a state, and the hostel and mess fees are included, it would be around it would like be around 28 to 30 lakhs overall, I feel, including my expenses over there, I'm assuming, and the fact I would not be earning for 2 years.
So, how will you fund your education?
Uh, my parents will.
Why
My
not?
parents will.
Why not take a loan?
I could take a loan as well, which is fair, like as a lot of students do, which is because of the situation or condition. But if I have the means, then why not? If I have the means, then I could, uh, in spite of having the pressure of repaying a loan later, I could I could take take the advantage of that situation and work towards building something better, which is my personal
But
thought.
see, if you how much will you be earning once you do your MBA initially?
I think, like, not too far fetch it, but be modest, is around 20 to 25 lakhs LPA.
And what will be the savings?
Um, Like I'm assuming anywhere close to it should be around 40% at least. Depending now, there are a lot of factors to that. Where I live, if I'm not at my house, if I have rented a place. So, but I would try to save anywhere up to 40-45%.
Suppose you are saving 6 lakh rupees because you have to pay tax and everything. So suppose
Yeah,
you are saving 6 lakh rupees per annum.
yeah,
So 25 lakhs would be 4 to 5 years of your savings.
yeah.
So now you think that for your parents also giving this 25 lakhs from their savings, that would be maybe 10, 15 years of their hard work because
But
they
if we
used to
think
earn
it
less.
this way, but if we think this way, then a student would never would always think about going to a school as well and a college as well for every factor.
Yeah, but
Like,
now you are a grown up man. So shouldn't you be thinking in terms of earning and paying the loan on your own rather than taking it from your parents for whom 25
but
lakhs?
I understand that point of view. It's completely valid. But I could also save the 6 lakhs, and the 6 lakhs which I save, as you mentioned, after when I'm working, I could study the market and learn a lot more and invest that and get gains out of it, which I can help repay my parents as well later on. The only fact is that like I agree to the point that to not burden my parents, but I could repay them the same amount later as well, just without the pressure of it being a loan.
So why don't you want to take that pressure?
Uh, as like you play with the cards you are dealt with, and if I have a better way, if I have an opportunity, why not seize it? That is my opinion in this.
Aren't you being little too selfish here?
But
Because your parents are taking a risk by investing that much money for you. So for them it will be a big deal because they are growing old. So they are not going to have any sources of income maybe after 5 or 10 years. And they invest the whole money on
uh,
you and you don't do anything for
that
them.
I
That is a
get that, but
possibility.
yes, that is definitely a possibility, but I'm assuming that if they are ready, I'm assuming that and knowing the financial conditions and everything, I'm assuming that if they are ready to pay it, then it won't be a big dent to what they have already. Is my what they could live a normal, which they could not like which could not dent their savings. Is my assumption. Is what I think.
But have you discussed it with them? Or you are you
We
you are
thought of
you are
discussing this later when.
you are too entitled and assuming that parents are going to fund my education.
No, I've discussed this with them. They are open. They are fine with it.
Mhm.
They they only like. I get the point. I get this. I get what you're trying to say, and it is completely right and makes sense. But I also believe that if, as I mentioned, like no, I get what you're. I get your point.
Also on education loan, you will get some tax breaks now that will help you also to save more.
Yes, I can definitely. I would definitely look into it, and yeah, it would be better for them as well if I if I funded myself.
Mm. And why did you join a small startup and that too without any pay?
I am getting paid. But it's in it's in UPI form. So since I did not mention it as the work experience form, I am getting paid. But I joined this startup as to understand how businesses work on a ground level, to see how the day-to-day operations affect the business, and understand, get
How
a sense
much
of it,
how
how
much
it
are you
works.
getting paid?
20,000 per month.
Mm. So you know how difficult it is to earn that 20,000, right?
Yes, definitely.
Mm. And your
But I
sister's
also believe that
sister's your sister's fees has also been paid by your parents.
I am not aware of that.
And then add on to that they will have to spend a lot of money on the two of you getting married.
Well, I believe that is something that goes in a lot of families, almost every family, and you could definitely we could cut down on the marriage part by spending less on the marriage part, as I believe education is something which is of more importance and value. So we could always cost cut somewhere else to balance it out.
I
Let's
think
suppose I do not buy a
I
big
think
car.
I
I do not
think
buy a big car later.
I think the way you are answering, it seems like you are not very much aware about the realities of life.
So, but then, like you mentioned that they will spend on marriage also, but never said that they will spend on it.
Mhm.
I mean, we could always get a court marriage to avoid that cost.
Mhm.
Like my point being that I believe spending money in education should be of utmost priority for anybody, as it helps in upscaling, and anything else comes secondary. So if I had the same amount to either buy a car or spend on my marriage, let's suppose, or get an MBA degree, I would choose the MBA degree every time.
Okay, fine. I think it's better to say that you'll take a loan in the interview, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sounded very casual when you are being asked this question, which is very serious question.
Sir, but I feel that is the person's house personal problem. Now, why are they getting into all this?
To understand how you think, how you are, whether you understand the problems in life, how serious you are about money, everything is being covered here.
I'll say it then I'll take a loan only.
Yeah, and I think you should discuss it with your parents also. Okay,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
chalo, okay, all the best.
Sir, but what I noticed in all the interviews I gave yet, they don't ask a lot of behavioral questions.
See, that's up to you to decide. I am trying to judge what kind of person you are, and these are relevant questions. And
Yeah, no, no, it's obviously.
the way you answered them was not very mature.
Today, right?
Okay.
Uh, no, like every day or today?
Normally, you have a tendency to be casual. Today, it was little more casual. You are not giving the question its due importance.
Okay, I'll make note of it.
Think about it. Okay.
Yeah.
Chalo. Okay. All the best.
Can you take one? Thank you. Can you take one tomorrow also? I have IMT day tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. We'll do it.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll text you regarding the time.
Okay. Good night.
Thanks. Good night. Thank you.